Hey YouTube, this is Sludgeball and this will be my WWE Royal Rumble predictions. This would basically just be my prediction who will win the Royal Rumble and why he would probably win the Royal Rumble. There are probably four superstars that are capable of winning the Royal Rumble. They are Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Chris Jericho. Now I'll go through each four for the reason why they'll probably win the Royal Rumble. Firstly, Wade Barrett, he's on this huge run. He pretty much won the feud against Randy Orton. He's been talking about the Royal Rumble. It's been known in the past, superstars who constantly talk about them winning the Royal Rumble have won. Look back last year with Alberto Del Rio, he was talking about he was going to win the Royal Rumble. It was his destiny. He ends up winning. He's been on an incredible roll. It's just a matter of time when they're going to put a world championship around his waist. I reckon he should have won one last year, except he had that big burial around the middle of the year when he lost to Ezekiel Jackson, and then had a few months there when he just was out of all sorts. He probably should have won the Money in the Bank instead of Daniel Bryan. It would have made it a bit more credible. I thought he was going to win the Money in the Bank, and then as soon as he lost that, he went on this run of just bad matches and poor, I don't know, just he was not being used well in WWE. And since this Barra just come in, he's really been taking it to the top. He's defeated superstars like Randy Orton, Sheamus, they're the top SmackDown faces, and he's been able to beat them on numerous occasions. He's beaten Randy Orton several times. He pinned Randy Orton in the Survivor Series elimination match. So yeah, he's probably the favorite. He's my pick to win the Royal Rumble. Last year I picked I picked him last year to win the Royal Rumble. I thought, they were just hyping him up just a little. Maybe he'll win because with this new core thing, but yeah, that didn't work. He did come to the last 3 or 4, which was good. Now the second one, Sheamus, he's been on an incredible roll as well. He's probably lost a handful of matches since SummerSlam. What's happened with Sheamus is he sort of lost his touch, and now he's feuding with Jinder Mahal, which is a very unusual thing for WWE to do, because Jinder Mahal is not very popular heel. So it's kind of, WWE saying, Sheamus is getting on top of in this feud, but it's sort of also saying that Sheamus has got nothing to do at all, and they've just gone. They're walking down the back, and the first person they saw was Jinder Mahal, and they're just gone, hey, you can feud with Sheamus, we'll give you a 3-week storyline with him building up to the Royal Rumble. You think you can do that? It's basically, yeah, that's basically what happened with Sheamus. I do think he'll have a very good showing in the Royal Rumble. I don't see him winning though. However, I do see him possibly holding the World Championship by WrestleMania. If this Bryan and Big Show Mark Henry feud finishes, I can see him possibly winning at an Elimination Chamber, which would be good to see. Have him Sheamus versus Wade Barrett. I predicted that ages ago, and it's still a chance. Daniel Bryan is turning heel, whether you like it or not. Daniel Bryan is turning heel, and Sheamus is the next credible superstar to have a title shot. He's had no title shots since oh god, I can't remember the last time he had a bloody world championship title shot. But anyway, moving on. You have Randy Orton. Now he suffered a herniated disc on his left side, and he'd be out for a few weeks, and that was a few weeks before the Royal Rumble. Now, this is an interesting thing because it's in his hometown, he's going to be returning at the Royal Rumble. And you know, people do see him winning, but I don't think it's the right idea to have Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble. I just think there are other superstars that could do so much better with it. Like Randy Orton, good. I love him at the moment. He had the best year last year, putting people over. And look, he's made Wade Barrett a contender in this Royal Rumble. But I just don't think that, does he really need to win? He could come back and get a World Championship match at WrestleMania anyway, so it's sort of just, it's like a win-loss for WWE. If you give it to someone like Wade Barrett, for example, who, obviously can't get that opportunity as often as Randy Orton, it would serve more as a purpose. That's why probably Alberto Del Rio won it last year, because, he probably wasn't credible enough to just randomly walk in and go, I want a World Championship match at WrestleMania. Randy Orton does have that ability. And he's got the wrestling skills to back it up as well. So that's why WWE, we just go, oh, sure, what do you think? And they'll put him in a nice feud. But yeah, but Randy Orton could win, and don't be surprised if he does, because it is in hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. The next one is a bit of a underdog, dark horse, Chris Jericho. Now he's returned to the WWE, and everyone knew it was from CM Punk, and so far he's just been trolling everyone. He's just been cheering. Last Monday night he was crying. So it's only a matter of time before he starts talking why he returned to WWE. Who cares about the Twitter? Oh, I returned because, capture what's mine. This best in the world thing. If he does win, this means that it will be a CM Punk and Chris Jericho feud. However, as I said with Randy Orton before, I don't think he needs the Royal Rumble victory in order to get a championship match at WrestleMania. I think that there will be a good enough storyline for CM Punk versus Chris Jericho without a Royal Rumble. WWE do have a habit of people returning and then winning the Royal Rumble, like it happened with 2010, with Edge, 2008 with John Cena. Yeah, it also happened with Triple H as well, I'm pretty sure. But I just don't like stuff happening like that, because they've had no ring practice, and it just looks odd that they could beat superstars that have been, of the highest order. But as I said before, with Randy Orton, I will not feel surprised if he does win the Royal Rumble. But okay, let's get on to my prediction. Wade Barrett will win. If he doesn't, I really think, I know he will probably win the Royal Rumble. I have this feeling they're building him up nicely. I just really think he needs the Royal Rumble victory. That would just credit this Barrett barrage that he's been on. So comment on who you think will win the Royal Rumble. Are my predictions correct? Do you think someone else might win the Royal Rumble? You can subscribe up there if you like. Anyway, I'm Sludgeball. See ya.